You'll notice he no longer suffers delusions of humanity.
Affirmative.
Who the hell is interrupting my kung fu?
Has editing your content become a burden, or you just don't have the skill set?
I wish I could focus on content production, but post-editing takes so much time and effort.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
We'll look no further. Here at Asylum 99 Studios, I can help you create professional quality videos that will be sure to captivate viewers. With my creativity and skill, along with your content, assets, and ideas, I can bring your vision into the simulation. I offer the following services: video clipping and organization, content creation, VFX, SFX, and motion graphics, intro and outro assets. Requests may be taken upon further discussion. So if you're a content creator, short on time because you're out living your best life, or you wish you could focus all your energy into producing content, reach out to Asylum 99 Studios today.
What are you waiting for?
What am I waiting for? What am I waiting for?
Don't settle for mediocre videos. Hire me as your freelance video editor and create videos that meet your standards. Asylum 99 Studios. Release your creativity.
Long time no see, Ken folks. It's your boy Rondo. Been hiding out. Y'all know how the last channel went down. Trying to reorganize myself. So today, on this November 4th, or if you're seeing this on November 5th, I just want to say some final words.
Hey, you see something? You know you done fucked up, right?
No! I said no!
Right, because I started this channel back in November of last year, of 2023. It's November again. I've seen all the videos. I've done it ad nauseum. I even got a couple more that I got to edit and upload for y'all that I did about a month ago. But all I want to say today is think long and hard about what y'all getting ready to go out there and do. What y'all getting ready to go out there and co-sign. Right? Because it's outrageous to me that people want to pretend like these past 4 years have been all sunshine and rainbows.
No, but you wouldn't listen. Why, you stupid fuck. Look at you now.
And what's worse is that y'all are trying to re-elect the person that did it to you.
No, but you wouldn't listen. Why, you stupid fuck. Look at you now.
Now, you know, Rondo don't really care who you vote for. I'm not voting. Because if I go out there and vote, it's just a vote of no confidence. I would want the whole goddamn ticket recycled. I want all the offices pushed to this, all the office officials pushed out and get a reset. A real reset, not just a great reset. If by chance say she did win on actual votes, everything that's getting ready to happen, you motherfuckers voted for. Right? And if tomorrow Trump gets jerked like he did in 2021, and all you people that come out to say that he can't handle election interference, blah, 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 you're going to get what you deserve. Because a lot of people don't understand we're at a pivotal point in American history. This is the final election. Everything after this is about to be what all you liberals voted for. Socialism and communism, and dictatorship and tyranny. oligarchy, etc., etc. And I screamed it from the mountaintops for an entire year, and here we are. So what I have for you guys today is a little refresher of clips from over the last administration since 2021. Think long and hard about what you're going to do on the 5th.
Second gentleman here.
Hey, I'm not going to say what race, what people, I can't say that.
We've got to all get out there and make sure you're registered and make sure you're voting early for my wife and Mamala.
Hey, I'm not going to say what race, what people, I can't say that.
Kamala Harris for President of the United States.
You can go to iwillvote.com to check your polling place.
And make sure to vote early, like I will.
Get your vote in early and vote for
Kamala!
Hey, I'm not going to say what race, what people, I can't say that. I've seen people try to sum it up to be nice to y'all motherfucking ass, but I'm not finna be nice. You need to go out and fucking vote blue, because that's what your fucking life depends on. If you don't know anything fucking political or politics, if you really never fucking voted, you can't say nothing necessarily bad or anything mean about fucking Kamala. Definitely if you're a black. That woman, she was doing her fucking job. Oh, she sent a lot of black people to jail, blah, 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 blah. We know what America is. She had to do her job to maintain her job to get to the position that she could be in if you gonna take your regular ass out and go vote. We literally just had two old fucks that was about to be fucking president, and nobody wanted them, and everybody was making up all these excuses. Well, now you have somebody that is very well and equipped and healthy enough to run this motherfucking country with no fucking problems. Find something safe to do and better to do besides getting on here and trying to bash a black woman because she can be the next president of the United States. Do you know how many fucking of our grandparents can wish and hope that they can go at least vote for her? The fact that we can have this conversation and be able to go vote for her, that will make your grandparents proud. Go do it for your grandparents if you're not going to do it for the acknowledgement of that for yourself, okay?
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
Why are y'all voting for Kamala Harris?
I don't want to lose my rights. Like, I'm a trans man and I'm gay and I have been pregnant and I've had an abortion before and I don't want to lose that.
Oh no, fuck it.
I'm afraid of not being able to be myself anymore because from what I've heard, Trump's America doesn't want me to look like this.
Oh no, fuck it.
So that's why I'm here today and that's why I'm voting blue.
What about you?
I've also been pregnant and had an abortion before. I was a minor and it would have been dangerous for me to properly, like, it would have been dangerous for me to carry a baby with, like, personal reasons and everything. I also, like, I'm very, alternative, and I feel like if Trump were to win, I wouldn't be able to, like, express myself through my looks and everything, and wouldn't be able to have the piercings or the dyed hair or the tattoos that I want. I would be able to be myself. And my dad's very pro-Trump, and I'm just very
pro-Kamala.
Pro-Kamala. Yeah, I don't, it's just.
Does that cause a divide at all?
Yeah, it definitely does. He thinks that Kamala's going to ruin the country, but I think that Trump would do worse, like a lot. Like, Kamala is going to be good for the country.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
And like I told Barack, if I reach something where there's a fundamental disagreement we have based on a moral principle, I'll develop some disease and say I have to resign. We don't have that. We haven't, and we discussed it.
Now I've been opening up since Kamala Harris Since the president has stepped away, I can't open my social media without seeing something about Kamala Harris.
My dad is poor. That's not a read, it's a fact.
Euphoria, shut the fuck up. I know that was you. I ain't even got to look. I should send your ass back to Crenshaw Pete with his hot-ass coat hangers, bitch. Would you like that?
And I called him yesterday to ask if he was voting for Kamala Harris. He said, no, I'm probably not voting at all. And I said, well, why not? His response, he said when he go to the grocery store and spend $60, he don't have 2 bags. And that's a problem for him. Whereas 4 years ago, that was a different story. But you have to remember that 4 years ago, we were in a global pandemic, so the whole thing is a different story.
Why, you stupid fuck.
I knew I was not going to be the one to persuade him to our side. But there was a call going on with Win for Black Men hosted by Roland Martin. Thousands of black men all across the country gathered on Zoom to talk about what they're going to do to support Kamala Harris.
Smell like bitch in here.
And of course to raise money for the cause because they do need them donations. So I sent him the link and I said, why don't you just spend 10 minutes on the call, call me back, let me know what's going on. He didn't call me back last night because he stayed on the call for more than 3 hours. And he got inspired and energized by all of the black men around this country who are not just in support of Kamala Harris because she's a black woman, but who are in support of change.
Smell like bitch in here.
So last night at 11:03, I got this text. It is important to talk to your friends, neighbors, and followers about the causes that you care about. This is a historic election. And I'm not going to lie, I've listened to several Trump speeches. He knows what words to say. But never forget January 6th. What they do to get you is not what they going to do when they got you, okay?
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
Let's go, 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 let's go.
Hate you black bastards. You stink.
Look, you may not be a union member. You better thank a union member for the 5-day work week. You better thank a union member for sick leave. You better thank a union member for paid leave. You better thank a union member for vacation time.
We favor unreasonably huge subsidies to the brain slug planet.
Okay, but what are the brain slugs who control you gonna do for the working man?
Attach brain slugs to them.
I may not be quick to have the answer as soon as you ask it about a specific policy issue sometimes because I'm going to want to research it. I'm going to want to study it. I'm kind of a nerd sometimes, I confess. All businesses are part of the backbone of America's economy.
But pardon me, Madam Vice President, the question was, how are you going to pay for it?
Well, one of the things
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again because a vision softly creeping.
There's something you can point to in your life, political life or in your life in the last 4 years that you think is a mistake that you have learned from?
I mean, I've made many mistakes. And they range from, you know, if you've ever parented a child, you know you make lots of mistakes too. In my role as vice president, I mean, I've probably worked very hard at making sure that I am well versed on issues, and I think that is very important. It's a mistake not to be well versed on an issue and feel compelled to answer a question.
Kamala did what Kamala always does. She just put her head down and she went to work. Kamala did what Kamala always does. She just put her head down and she went to work.
Oh my God, he's right.
Look at how I brought it back. They did up and gave it back. Yeah, you look good, but they still wanna know.
Kamala did what Kamala always does. She just put her head down and she went to work.
5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have been asked numerous times for a Kamala Harris Black Woman nomination team in pink and green. Now I am a Delta Sigma Theta myself. But I do it for the girls, all of the girls. So let me present you with our pink and green Kamala Harris for President tee, featuring Ivy and Pearls for the girls, honey. I do have these on hand and we'll start shipping tomorrow.
Cash money records taking over for the 99 and the 2000.
I mean, the election is upon us. There's a strong black woman representing the Democratic
Then when
Party.
you say black woman,
Here you go.
I need you to qualify that.
What
I'm
Howard
saying,
alumni.
whether she's black or not black ain't my biggest issue. It's what she going to do for black people. The reason Kamala's race has become such a big issue in this election, Brother Nick, is because it's the only thing they're selling the black community in exchange for their vote. Not a word about schools, not a word about prisons, not a word about gentrification. If she led with policy, Nick, I don't even think we would be talking about her racial ancestry. So how can Kamala Harris, the so-called black woman, say that I can't do anything just for black people, but you sat in the White House for 4 years with President Biden and watch him take care of specific groups of non-white people, and you didn't demand one thing for your own black people that you claim to be a part of. So the only thing they've given us has been identity politics.
Oh my God, he's right.
Day 3. Now I'm dressed in all black because Michelle killed it last night, okay? And who's gonna tell him that the job that he wants is in fact a black job? What's a black job? Becoming the first woman president of the United States of America, okay? And to that we say, thank you.
What's wrong with y'all women? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
All right, so yesterday we all got the breaking news about President Biden dropping out of the race and endorsing Vice President Harris. And within hours, literally within hours, over 40,000 black women said, let's hop on a Zoom call, let's talk strategy, let's donate. They donated over $1 million within hours, y'all. So black women, you all are truly magic. Truly, I applaud you for what you did. But brothers, black men, I love y'all, but what we gonna do? The ladies have set the bar high, so what are we gonna do? Well, there's a call tonight. Brothers, I wanna see you on this call. Go to winwithblackmen.com, register for the call tonight. Let's do the same thing the ladies did last night. The call is tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 o'clock on the West Coast. I'm going to be on the call. I want to see all my black men on this call. Ladies have set the bar high. They got over 40,000 on the call last night, raised over $1 million. Brothers, what we going to do?
Smell like bitchy here.
So I've been seeing a lot of people from our community saying that they won't be voting in this upcoming election, which is definitely, you're right. But I'm a little confused at the reasoning that both Kamala and Trump will have equally detrimental impacts on our communities. Because when we're hearing some of the goals that one candidate mentioned, including giving complete immunity to police and fixing elections so well that we'll never have to vote again, I get a little bit concerned. And I'm not here to fearmonger, but considering how we all just witnessed Sonny Massey's senseless murder a short time ago, you have to wonder how many cases like that in our communities are going to be swept under the rug if we're requiring even less accountability from the police than we do now. And I think we should all have an idea of how that'll disproportionately affect the black community as a whole. Of course, I got to mention the Boogeyman Project 2025, which I hope we've all read a little bit of at this point. You can say all day that Trump wasn't aware of it, but just considering his relationships to the Heritage Foundation and also several authors on the actual document, that would literally be impossible. All that to say, if there was ever a time to, do research and make an informed decision, it would be this upcoming election. Stay safe, stay positive, y'all.
Smell like bitchy here.
So I decided I was going to start prosecuting parents for truancy. Well, this was a little controversial in San Francisco.
Super predators.
And frankly, my staff went bananas. They were very concerned because we didn't know at the time whether I was going to have an opponent in my re-election race. But I said, look, I'm done. This is a serious issue, and I've got a little political capital, and I'm going to spend some of it. And this is what we did.
I think it's rough because I asked the attendance officer, could she help me or give me some, make up some hours or whatever I can do. And she told me that she didn't care and hung up on me.
These districts that get federal funds are required to not only accommodate these parents so that their child can be in a traditional education, but to make reasonable adjustments in their policy, which can include attendance.
Now, the school district superintendent says this is an extreme case and action simply needed to be taken. Worst case scenario for Andrea Black, she could go to jail and her son could be put in foster care. She says she is desperately hoping that that doesn't happen.
Here in Pennsylvania right now, each of us has an opportunity to make a difference. Because in this moment, we do face a real question. What kind of country do we want to live in? That's before us right now. What kind of country do we want for our children and our grandchildren? A country of chaos, fear, and hate, or a country of freedom, justice, and compassion? And the great thing about living in a democracy is we, the people, have the choice to answer that question. So let us answer not just with our words, but with our works. Yes, with our prayers, but also with our pressing. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. The path may seem hard, the work may seem heavy, but joy cometh in the morning, and church morning is on its way. God bless you. God bless America.
I don't feel no ways tired. I come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the road would be easy. I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me. And we know if we finish this march, what awaits us. Super predators.
I know it from back to back, though.
What's the first book in the Bible? What's the first book in the Bible?
Leviticus.
Genesis. What's the last book in the Bible, Ocho?
Appalachian.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
In 2008, I was framed for murder and wrongfully convicted by the office of Kamala Harris, sentenced 50 to life in prison. It took me 5.5 years to ultimately get back in the trial due to prosecutorial misconduct, and it took me another year to go to my second trial, to which I was vindicated by a jury of my peers. When I got convicted, Kamala Harris was in the courtroom. When I got sentenced 50 to life in prison, Kamala Harris was in the courtroom. When I looked back and I seen her, she was smiling. And she did that stupid ass laugh that she do right now. This shit ain't funny.
I'm not sure people understand the pain or the suffering that goes along with being a black man in this country. I'm not sure people understand what it means to stay strong in the country. I'm not where people understand what it means to have your back against the wall. But I'm gonna stand with her because she's still with me. During my darkest moment, I almost lost my daughter when I had to protect my life. When I had to fight for a black woman in the hospital. And so now it's my turn. And I really don't care what you all say about there's another black man crying or this or that or third.
Smell like bitchy here.
Because every day I'm working hard to make sure that tomorrow's better than yesterday. And so donate, stand up to me. Because if we do not change the country we're living in, our daughters, our sons are gonna have hell to pay. This is an amazing moment for our country. Let's protect Kamala. Let's be with her like she was there for us. And at the end of the day, we're gonna disagree along this road. We're gonna disagree about a lot. But let's put all that petty bickering aside. Let's just stop with all the petty BS. Let's stop with all the silos. Let's stop with this organization versus that organization, or this city versus that city. And let's stand up and be the black men that changed this country. We built this country. We built our communities. And now it's time for us to stand up again. So I'm rocking with Kamala. I love all of you all.
Smell like bitchy here.
So, part of what we have to help people understand is don't think you're in Donald Trump's club. You're not.
Right.
He's not going to be thinking about you. You think he's having you over for dinner?
He's a fucking nigger.
All the dads out there, I would say this is the time to really show your support for your daughters.
What do I love about being a girl dad? I love how much smarter she is than all the guys in the room already. I can tell that she's going to be a powerhouse. She is already at 2.5.
My daughter's 22.5. Is a feminist, incredibly strong, and has really just inspired me in so many ways. I love her.
I'm the proud dad of Ella over here.
My vote for Kamala is an investment in my daughter's future.
I agree. I'm right there with you.
When the Dobbs decision came out 2+ years ago, I heard from Kamala right away, and then the next person was Ella. She texted me right away, essentially saying we need to fight. This is not just an issue for women. This is an issue for men and families. And this is one of the many, many reasons why we've got to elect Kamala as president.
Never in my lifetime did I think that we would be having to fight for this and the fight for our own bodies. And I think it's really important for the men to step up and show that they actually support us and they're willing to put things on the line to help us.
Smell like bitchy here.
Hey, I'm not going to say what race, what people, I can't say that.
Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No. Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that.
Zoom call with 44,000 black women, at least 44,000. It was organized by Win with Black Women. But people who got on a phone before Monday to organize $1.5 million raised just from that community, let alone the $50 million that was raised through Act Blue. So all of a sudden, it's like this power, this excitement has been unleashed. And they're saying, let her lead, right? Kamala Harris had moments where her strengths were on display. And they should have been on display from day one of her becoming vice president. But now this is a time for her to really shine.
Shut your goddamn ass up.
Regarding the rapid increase in the migrant population, how will you ensure that every immigrant is integrated into American society safely? What benefits and subsidies will you provide them with? And how long will these benefits and subsidies last for an individual? Most importantly, will the American citizens' taxes pay for these benefits and subsidies? And if so, how much money will be allocated?
Well, thank you, Jackson. Let's start with this. America's immigration system is broken and it needs to be fixed. And it's been broken for a long time. And part of what we need to do is always prioritize what we need to do to strengthen our border. I will tell you, I'm the only person in this race among the two choices that voters have. I've personally prosecuted transnational criminal organizations in the trafficking of guns, drugs, and human beings. I have spent a significant part of my career making sure that our border is secure and that we do not allow criminals in and we don't allow that kind of trafficking to happen and come into our country. And as my opponent has proven himself, he would prefer to run on the problem instead of fix the problem.
You recently visited the southern border and embraced President Biden's recent crackdown on asylum seekers. And that crackdown produced an almost immediate and dramatic decrease in the number of border crossings. If that's the right answer now, why didn't your administration take those steps in 2021?
The first bill we proposed to Congress was to fix our broken immigration system, knowing that if you want to actually fix it, we need Congress to act. It was not taken up. Fast forward to a moment when a bipartisan group of members of the United States Senate, including one of the most conservative members of the United States Senate, got together, came up with a border security bill. Well, guess what happened? Donald Trump got word that this bill was afoot and could be passed, and he wants to run on a problem instead of fixing a problem, so he told his buddies in Congress, kill the bill, don't let it move forward.
But I've been covering the border for years, and so I know this is not a problem that started with your administration.
Correct.
But there was an historic flood of undocumented immigrants coming across the border the first 3 years of your administration. As a matter of fact, arrivals quadrupled from the last year of President Trump. Was it a mistake to loosen the immigration policies as much as you did?
It's a long-standing problem, and solutions are at hand. And from day one, literally, we have been offering solutions.
What I was asking was it a mistake to kind of allow that flood to happen in the first place?
I think the policies that we have been proposing are about fixing a problem, not promoting a problem. Okay?
But the numbers did quadruple.
And the numbers today,
watch.
because of what we have done, we have cut the flow of illegal immigration by half.
But should you
we
have done
cut
that?
the
Should you
flow
have
of
done that?
fentanyl by half, but we need Congress to be able to act to actually fix the problem.
I ask you a question that Speaker Johnson recently called a gotcha question.
Okay.
And it's a question that a lot of Republicans are avoiding. Did Donald Trump lose the 2020 election?
It's just,
I know it's a hard question.
you know, I'm going to tell you what some of the people in my rallies, quite a few people are showing up, by the way.
Big rally?
You know, when you lost millions of jobs, you lost manufacturing, you lost automotive plants, you lost the election. What does that make you? A loser. This is what somebody at my rally said. I thought it was funny. It's
accurate. It's accurate.
This is what happens when I drink beer.
Now,
to surrender our fight against the climate crisis. And I don't need to tell Nevada every day because you feel the impact of extreme heat and drought. You know the climate crisis is real. But Donald Trump, well, he claims it's a hoax.
Now, I want you to really think about what you've seen here. And remember, this is the last go-round. No matter if Trump wins or if Kamala wins. Two wings, same bird. As the chief would say, slow death, faster death. You in them cities. Good luck, motherfucker. May the odds be ever in your favor. With that said, I'm gonna let y'all get up out of here. I got some other videos to edit for y'all.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. So say good night to the bad guy. Go on.
I am a human being. I exist.
Delusions, Mr. Wordsworth. Delusions.
Send the word.